Hey guys, my bad. What's up? I'm back. I think that this. Why I don't tilt? I don't get it. Why you not supposed to tilt? Do not tilt. Why not? I don't know what that means. But anyways, today is a good day to have a good day. Yes, it is. That's my motivation for the day. Um, I'm still laying in the bed. No one. I don't have a caretaker yet because I didn't call though. I didn't call. And I told her I was just gonna call. Well, she said she'll be here at 8. And then I said if I want to lay down later, I'll give her a call. Um, I'm just laying in the bed right now. So I can't say killing time because, yeah. Still in the bed. I hope y'all don't turn on like no filter or nothing trying to see my face because it's ugly. My face be all squashed up on the pillow. Can't breathe. Shoulder be all on my forehead. Yeah, for real. That's how it be. It's not a pretty sight. But yep. It is Sunday. Most people don't really like doing them Sundays. So you can sense that she really didn't want to come in at 7 o'clock. Because every time I said 7, she said 8. Every time I said 7, she said 8. And they do that every time. They basically telling me without telling me, like, we're not coming in at 7 today. We're coming in at 8. So they really do control my care. I just want to let you know, as you can see. They do. And it's not saying that as a bad thing right this second. I'm just saying they really do control my care. Like, I don't, there ain't much I could do without them, um, making it possible. If they don't want to give me, be here early, I can't get dressed early. If they don't want to stay long enough, like yesterday, if they don't want to stay long enough, I can't. Then for me to get dressed and I don't have enough time, then I can't do it. Get my hair done, I can't do it. Do my female, like my nails. See, my nails is ugly because they so long, like my nails and stuff. And do my nails and my toes and, no, I'm really on their time. I'm a client of DODD, and they put me on their time as a punishment. They took my control from me. That's the truth. Not in a negative way, just the honest truth. Just because you're telling the truth don't mean it's negative. But they control my life. They tell me when I can get my hours, when I can't get them. They'll let me give the rough draft, like, this is what I want, but that doesn't mean that's what I'm going to get. Just because it's what I want doesn't mean it's what I'm going to get. Just because I have the right to speak on it doesn't mean that they're going to give it to me. So if I am unhappy with a provider, find another one. You do have the right, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to make me look bad the whole time that they're making, you know what I mean? Things is crazy. So, anyways, oh, that light, you can still see that light through the window. Anyways, I'm laying here till they get here. And maybe I can barely move my arms when I'm laying down because it's even heavier. But I'm going to do my best to interact with y'all while I'm still laying down. And in a couple minutes, I'm going to see if my daughter going to come in here and help me sit up. So, we'll see how this go. I might get snapped at. More than likely, she going to snap at me. She might not snap at me. She might get a little frustrated and upset. Because, they've put inside of the children's and everybody else's mind that the caretaker is supposed to. But in reality, the caretakers are counteracting. Well, not counteracting. They're turning it back around on them like, well, you're supposed to because you're family. But like I said, I don't want to do that to my daughter. And that was never my plan. Um, I don't like the way they're doing that. They're trying to make my daughter a guilty person. And it's sad because really, in all reality, she's making herself guilty, by not listening to me. Because whatever they're trying to set her up to look like she's looking like it. And it's because that's what they want it to look like. But she's so young, she just doesn't see it. So I can't prevent her from doing so. It's not that she really is that. It's just that she's just being a child. She's young. She's, you know. But they feel like as soon as she turned 18 that they were going to try to start making her accountable for what's going on with me. So I just must say that, and I got to keep saying that, is even though I argue with my child, whatever, that doesn't give nobody the right to frame my child. And it doesn't give people the right to try to compare situations and do the same thing, that they can say that she's doing the same thing. Now, I may say neglect and abuse because I'm trying to get it through her head I'm her mother or whatever. But then they're not saying nothing. They just watching, and they watching on purpose because they building up for the day that anything get proved against them, they're going to try to turn it around and throw it back at the people who were right there the whole time, you know. So I try to keep her not involved in the situation because I know that she's just a kid, and kids gonna be kids, and they're gonna try to get her in trouble for just being a kid just because her number changed to 18. Same thing they did to me. They tried to get me in trouble because they probably covered it up. They had my mother getting money for them, and they was probably stealing the money, you know. Really, it's way more to that. They was probably the ones stealing the money the whole time because it was going to one of their accounts or whatever the case. Or either they made my mama think it was okay to steal money. So, you know how, like, if you got a friend and you really don't like them, so you go tell them to go rob the store with you, and then they the only one get in trouble type thing like that. That's how it went with my mama. They told my mother that this was okay to set up this account. They had her put the employees' money in her bank account in her name. They set my mother up. They framed her and then punished her all the way through for trying to tell. Like, my mother was a whistleblower. Um, she did whistleblow. That I know from what I'm looking at now, she did whistleblow. She tried to help people with resources that they didn't tell you about deliberately. Um, she just tried to get the truth out there a little bit. But yeah, they started to torture my mother. They tortured her in her home service care. They made sure she needed the care. I guess a little bit of money can alter anybody's emotions because the whole house, unless it was a plan from the beginning, everybody that we let come live in our house, they turned on my mother and left her. If either they was trying to protect her, or either they was doing what they was doing before they left her, you know, or either they was stayed down to the last minute. But I say they was hurting her because why would you stay down to the last minute and then when it looked like she had her last breath and can't do nothing else, ain't coming back up, why would you leave her? You know, so it's like more they put in work, and when they realized the work was done, they left. You know, so a lot of people are left town, moved, but what's crazy is somebody spread the word. I don't know who it was. Somebody spread the word that I had, and they quote unquote thought I had an attorney, and I was calling, you know, and making some moves. So you saw everybody start to disappear, and they started leaving town. They started trying to disappear real fast. Not gonna work. But anyways, yeah. Got lost again in what I was saying. But anyways, let me get off that subject because you see, I be having flashes when I be talking, but it ain't really flashes because that's the truth. But I'm up now. I just want to make sure that I get enough. I'm going to embarrass myself doing this. I hope I don't have to show y'all me like using the bathroom or anything because they probably cut it off or whatnot. But I hope I'll never have to show nothing like that because it gets pretty deep. You know, I need as much visible. So when I'm gone, these are left over and I'm going to send them as far as I can send them. You guys are looking at it live, but these have got to go somewhere else too, around the world. But I just need to make sure that people know the truth was out because this is not life. They gonna try to erase my good pictures. They already did. Like, I'm gonna show you that too. My one page from 2011. It's a Rachel Sandifer. I'm sorry, that's my last name. So, you do Google. I'm sure you see my last name anyways. But, yep. Google throughout time. If you see the page, it's a lot of old pictures of me, and I noticed that people have been doing their best to get them removed. Do y'all know that my MySpace pages is gone? They ain't even really gone. They messed up. It glitched. I got about 4 MySpace pages. I was popping on MySpace. I got about 600 or something, probably more friends, and they all used to respond to me like on a daily basis. So how about that? I used to be popular. I used to be cool. I used to be the SHIT. Yep. I don't know how to say it, but for real, I used to be until people felt like they wanted to go in on me. Man, I want to keep saying it didn't start with the county. The county just got added in. They just pissed the county off. That's what I really think. Now I realize it was the street who attacked me, but it was they pissed the county off and set motherfuckers up, and this how it started. Like, I had this one friend. There's one friend who my mama, they really don't like, my mama, but they pretend to everybody that they do. Well, I had this one friend. All my friends did caretaking for me, but they had the money going into my mother's account. They so money hungry that when tax season came, I remember that's the girl started sleeping with my mama husband just because my mother said that she was filing the tax, that she wanted to file the taxes. The girl was mad, but it was almost like they wasn't doing the work, like how a company will do. When you have a company or an independent contractor, if the employee is not doing their job the correct way, then they dock they pay. They don't pay them. And I guess, I don't know what was really going on, what they had my mother into, or had thinking was cool. Where'd this go? My mother, once again, took care of everybody. She ain't know how nothing goes. So I wish somebody would say she knew how it went all the way. She knew what they told her it went like. But they had her like playing the role of the company boss or something like that, and she would, pay the people. But I don't know what else them people agreed to. But whatever they agreed to, they tried to lie on my mama at the end. I know there were people who went in just because I got in an argument with them, they tried to lie on my mother. I know they started putting stuff in my mama food, stuff like that. This is my morning routine, so, this is what I do all the time. Yes, I talk about these things, but it's easier. Usually I'm talking to the caretaker, so I'm glad this morning I'm talking to not the caretaker because, they say that's where we get in arguments at, is me talking to them and they take it personal. So, I don't know. I can go in on the story a little bit more, but as of this second, I'm not. Because that's one thing that I do. Kids be around and everything, I still be talking. And it's not really, that's like, I can't help it, so. That's the next thing that they might try to prove is, oh, she be saying all this stuff around kids and it be inappropriate. She don't need no kids. Well, this is the only reason they can say it is they're the ones that was the cause of it. They put in so much work. They made me exactly who I am. I never thought that could work. Like, I'm trying to fight to be myself, but they have maneuvered me to be what they want me to be. It's laying down, staying put, not going nowhere, not living life. So I'm fighting to live my life through it, through the position I've been put in. So I don't really care what people say about me talking in front of people or the kids hearing me or whatever the case may be, because in all reality, it's the truth about how I feel. I try not to talk around the kids like that, but that would be another technique of theirs. So they upset me around them so much. I've embarrassed so much and been um, put in situations where I didn't even mean to do or say something that it don't even matter, because they make me look bad anyways. I can't help it. It's a flashback. It's when I go into it now, and now there is no self-control where I used to have a little bit of self-control behind my flashes. I don't have no self-control. I could be sitting around anybody, and when it come out, it come out. So the other stuff, I can't even go there right now, because this gets so deeply organized that it got to be a group full of extreme, almost geniuses. But them the type of geniuses I was talking about, like with God. The wolves. It's like the wolves, God made them. They're aware of God. They know his power. They very smart. They very, very intelligent. Smarter than the average bear. But they smart enough to cover themselves with sheep's wool, sheep's skin. But they're not smart enough to realize that God still sees them hiding in the skin. So they smart enough to realize that they need to hide from somebody. So they put on sheep's skin, but they not smart enough to realize that the person they trying to hide from can see them trying to hide from them. So it's kind of like that. I might have just jumped subjects by accident. Oh, that's the computer. I'm like, what is over here going off? The tabby. This is what I do in the morning. When I do this in the morning, let me tell you what they do. They stand there and look at me. When I do this in the morning, and I don't do it exactly how I'm doing it right now, because that would be like targeting the person. I ain't trying to do that. I'm saying, like, when I go into my flashes or whatever in the morning, because something that's done to me. And you know what triggered me this morning? Y'all saw what triggered me this morning. Told you it's always a trigger. What triggered me this morning is first thing waking up and my stuff not charging. So that's what triggered me this morning. But when I wake up and I get triggered, they be standing there looking at me. They just be standing there. I swear to God, man, let me tell you about a bad movie, y'all. I was telling somebody about this too. I'm like, I feel like I'm in a bad movie I can't get out of, and it's for real. I'm looking around, and they just sitting there with this same stance and this same look, like, I swear. But the more I start staying on here and talking to y'all, then y'all gonna see, like, the weird stuff that people be doing. Like the other day, I told you I'm weak. I went into the kitchen, and while the caretaker went to the store, and I straightened up the end of the counter, and right there by the counter, because, I like my counter to be neat and straight. I got little stars and little glass bottles on there, colored because this is decoration. It's supposed to be nice and pretty and neat and clean. And so I moved some of the stuff away because it was some trash that was just getting piled up there and left there instead of putting in the garbage. So I cleared some of that stuff off the best that I could. I put the garbage bags and all that stuff that they had under the sink with the other bags, bagged the bags up, threw the little bit of garbage away. One thing I didn't do was wipe off the counter, reposition put the dishes in the sink and reposition the little glass and stars and things like that. It was clean. It was neat. I put all the whatever little pack of silverware was sitting on the counter. I set it back up. Now this is the sarcastic things that I'm talking about. There's this aide. When she got back here before she left my house, she made sure to put a fork back on the counter in front of the utensil holder. It was in plastic, but she didn't put it inside the utensil holder. She was really trying to be funny, you know what I mean? Like, even though she really ain't messing up nothing and I could just pick it up, it was more like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm making it harder for you. I'm going to put stuff down in your way. They mess up my house. Like, after we clean it up, like, they'll have my daughter or my brother or my father or someone come in to cover them up so it won't look like they're messing my house up, literally. And I'm telling you. But they also come in my house during my care and mess my house up. Yes, they do. I promise you. This is so sad because I have muscular dystrophy. So I see it and they know I have a OCD. See, this is the torture, the organized torture, tactic. They know I have like an OCD-ish and I can't stand it. I'm hypersensitive. I have HSP. I can feel it. It makes me feel sad. It makes me feel depressed. So they know how to keep me depressed. It makes me feel horrible and cluttered and I can't and locked in and blocked in when things are dirty. So they'll help me clean it up, but they're definitely going to go mess it up and break it down, because they're going back and forth. I need hours for me. They want hours for them. You know what I mean? For my life to do what I want to do. So since they can't figure it, they're making up things also. It's a way of torturing me, and it's also a way of making up things about me. When tearing up my house, they can say one of three things or two. They can say that my house is always dirty and they're always cleaning up after someone else. They can say that my house is not in the proper condition to get my care. And they can say that there's, they're giving themselves something to do. Because, see, imagine if I tell you that we didn't do anything all day. I mean, we did a little bit of here, but the house be basically clean, which it does. And the whole first time somebody was here, didn't nobody have to clean up nothing because it stayed clean every day. The only thing people had to do was maintain. Like, we was unpacking, put the stuff up, vacuum, sweep, mop, dishes, wipe down. That's maintaining. They try to make their job so much harder than just maintaining that they create things that's wrong. They mess up. They do their job wrong on purpose. They do. They make sure that stuff is overfilled sometimes, that spill. They make messes. They break stuff. They're trying to make their job more difficult because it's really easy, and they've been making up stuff on me all these years. They trying to make me look like a problem client, and I got all these issues because they've been making up stuff. So they're making things for themselves to do or complain about. It's not me. They're doing it. I can't barely move. You see me, I ain't tearing up my house. But they and my kid ain't tearing up my house, and I make him clean up after me. Matter of fact, he helps me clean up. I got to ask my 8-year-old son to do their job half the time. Even my daughter, that's what they do. I have to ask them to do their job half the time. And I'm sure that they be clocking them checks. And as soon they gonna try to feed somebody with money too. They gonna try to do it as soon as it come out. They gonna ask one of these children of mine on a low behind my back if they need something. Bribery. Yeah. But yeah. This house would stay squeaky clean. And I even got a feeling they trying to transfer bugs into my home. See, now let me tell you what I've been watching since I first got here. I've been watching the company that I've been having come in here, like the caretakers and even a associate or two. When they come in here, I didn't have a refrigerator. That's one. But that doesn't mean keep old food. When you're done with it, either take it, put it out, or wrap it and secure it. And then if you don't, come back and get it. These people just keep putting open food, in my cabinets and letting it sit, and even hiding stuff around the counters and stuff like open food. They send food in other rooms. They are trying to draw roaches out. See, because there was roaches at the other house, but I got rid of all the roaches because they couldn't. They had $600, and I got rid of roaches with 40. So, wasn't no roaches in this house. Wasn't no roaches in my stuff. Wasn't no roaches in the house I just moved from when I moved from it. But they trying so hard to make me miserable that they bring bugs to my house on purpose. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't go out there and jar up a roach and buy a roach from a store or something. But anyways, there should be nothing in here. But they're bringing them in. They've been bringing them in my house ever since, I want to say, 2010. Yep. And that's when I started having issues with the county in 2010. So every time I turn around, I'm like, as long as I wouldn't have let nobody in, I need to protect myself is what I think about. Because when I let others in, trying to be normal because they keep trying to prove I'm crazy, when I let other people in to live a normal life or whatever, this stuff always happen. I'm opening the door for the bullshit that they bringing in. You know, it always messed my situation up, messed my life up, knocked me down, off track, you know. But right now, they doing their best to give me roaches and to give me some type of bed bugs or something right now. They trying to scare me. They trying to make me talk about it so it seems like it's normal. I don't got none of that. Ain't none of this normal. And this the way I'm looking, it ain't normal. Ain't none of it normal. So we don't have these problems. We don't have these issues. I have a harmonious household until somebody brings their negative vibes in here. It's a very cleanliness. It's next to godliness. It's one of them households. They're trying to take that away. They try to ruin my clothes, let them mildew, all types of stuff. Just so it look like I'm a filthy person who lives in filth and I'm not close to God at all. That's one thing. Last thing they need y'all to find it, because I'm telling you, it's deeper than this. It's not just about a county. It's not about just services. It's about Armageddon. I'm sorry if I sound crazy, though. But, yeah, anything to make me look like a demonic person, a horrible person. Now, I wish I could say this was to help me, to keep me from being, revealed to certain people and certain things. I wanted to think that they were helping me. They didn't need somebody else to know that I was good. But the problem is that they're really doing stuff. And I know in the movies, sometimes you got to hurt somebody just to fool the other side. But they hurt me when they have a choice. So that's how I weeded that out. They do stuff to me when they have a choice. Like, you're in my presence and you don't have to leave my presence. You don't have to do anything that somebody else tells you to do. What are they fearing you with? I mean, I'm feared with losing everybody, and I'm still going to tell the truth because God covers me. And I mean, I know that he protects me. I know why. I'm just saying, like, what are people scared of? Why are people scared of standing up for me? Why are people scared of telling the truth? Why are people scared of having my back? Because they don't believe me? They scared I'm wrong? They scared it might be wrong? I guess so. But if you were a child of God and you are his, you know wrong between wrong and right. And anybody in their right, clear mind could see that they're wrong. That these people who are doing these things are wrong. Now, what's even funnier is I'm starting to feel that this show that this guy Isaac came up with his CNA, his caretaker, And he be sitting there talking about her and saying she doing this and saying, I swear I was doing this so long ago about, and I think that it's on purpose. You know? Even to the point where he slowed down. He don't even do it that much no more. Like when I got on this page and I showed him, like, now, yes, you better believe in God, because God's going to keep bringing me to the people who would not expect it. Believe in him, because I'm looking at you now and I know you're talking about me. And he brought me to you to see that you were talking about me and making jokes. I am a mockery all across the internet and I don't get no money for it. They talk about me. They make posts about me with no, they don't never say my direct name like that, but they make it so apparent. I mean, it's something wrong with the world when you gang star, when you shunned by celebrities, and you could have been a fan, like you supposed to be fans. Like I don't even like your stuff like that. You don't even know if I'm a fan or not, but you treat me like I'm doing something wrong because of the things I'm saying on my page. And the only people who can have a problem with you talking about God, because see, I don't really be saying that much bad stuff for real. Like I just be telling the truth for stuff that's already written in the Bible. I just, you say it a different way because we use different vocabularies. But how you gonna get mad at a person for talking about God? Even if I am obsessed with God, why you mad at me? I don't understand. I mean, I'm still living my life and doing it. The only reason I can't actually focus on life is because I'm focused on my care. But why in the world would you be mad at me for turning to God? And if that was what was keeping me happy and sane, why would you try to take that away from me? And why would you keep, like, if you mad at me, and even if I am obsessed, if you mad at me for having God in me and talking about God, then what does that make you? Because I'm in my home, once again. People come to my home, you know? And people initiate conversations with me. So I'm not doing nothing to you. It's different when you come knock at my door like, okay, I want to talk about this guy that you say you know. You know what I'm saying? So it's not me attacking people. People attacking me. They come ask for the information and then they try to beat me down into the ground like, why this ain't right, what you know about, like, just because I can't pull out, they have intelligence. Wonder why they got so much intelligence from the book. That proves something else. They so smart. They should know better. I'm stupid. I mean, I'm smart, but I'm stupid. God controls my every move. I am at will. I'm surrendered to him. It's him. I don't have the intelligence to do and talk about some of the stuff I'm talking about, but I talk about it. I don't have didn't go to school long enough to acquire the vocabulary, but I talk about it, I say it because I have a spiritual connection with him and I'm able to communicate with him and he's able to communicate with me. And this is something that people envy and are actually kind of jealous over. As you can see, they're upset about it. They don't want it to be true. They don't want it. It can't be, because I am the one person that they didn't realize they were treating like crap the whole time. So if it turns out that I am his child, which I am his child, but I am one of his direct children, that makes it worse for them. But their fault, right? So this alarm getting on my nerves. Oh, see how I be blinking out again? Here we go. Oh, but yeah, that's what it is right there. When I be blinking out, I told you, it's because he drops the conversation from my brain. And then he'll give it back to me. I don't even be knowing what I be rambling about. I mean, I know what I'm rambling about, but it's him. It's him. I'm weak. He made me weak. I'm a log. Like, people will be trying to tell me. Somebody said, I heard it through spirit because, I have the gift of clear audio. So that means sometimes I hear people who aren't close to me, or if they are close to me, I'm hearing their thoughts. I hear people's thoughts sometimes, but I hear more than just that. It's way deeper. So, Yeah, somebody said, what they say the other day? Oh, a vegetable, they called me. They called me a vegetable. And I'm like, well, I used to could say I ain't no vegetable. Because, a lot of men don't want to, like, she a vegetable. I don't want to talk to her. But if God came down here and said, this is my child, I bet they would run. They would run to me like, let me love her. But too late. So, and before I had God in me, that's how they used to be. Like, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her. I want to date her. Nah, my turn, my turn, my turn, right? No, you was already with her. Stuff like that, right? That's what it was. But now, can't nobody see me, even with a telescope. It's the God thing. That's what it is. I'm not God, but it's God being present in me. But now they had their chance. They tested. That's how you say it, because I always used to hear that in my head when they was doing it. They tested. They tested. And they ran. They treated me like crap because they was really treating God. That was the test. Like, put God in a different body and then see how they was going to react towards him. They studied it. They looked. He ain't coming down here, yo. So, the thing about it now is that if people were to find out, because I'm just talking, like I said, think about the loss of self-control. No self-control means I have no free will. Get it? I have a lack of self-control, but why? Because God has rendered my free will at times. He only gives me what he needs me to have. And he made me so weak that whatever I do is because he willed me to. Yeah. So if people understood without him, there was nothing. I asked this a long time ago. I think I posted it. Like, if God is love, what would you do without him? Right now, people think it's bad. But what if he left for real? He is love. What if he left for real? Y'all think it's bad. The shooting, the killing, all this stuff. And don't even really realize how much remorse there is for you. But the way you treat them, when you treat people bad, they want to leave. They want to disappear. They don't want to be around anymore. I mean, you don't acknowledge them, abuse them, that's neglect. Yeah. They may fade off into the distance. So I'm just saying, if God takes his love away and cuts his tie like it said he will do, then what will we do without his love? What would the world be like without a drop of love in it? I don't think we want that. I don't think that you guys want that, right? So, what time is it now? Is it almost time? It's 7:43. She said 8 o'clock, so I'm just talking to... You hear this alarm still going off in here? Sorry if I'm doing, like, stuff that seem nasty. I look like a little dirty girl, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I want to get up and do some I'm on it now. I'm on it. I want to get up and do some research. If it wasn't hard for me to move my arms, same. If it wasn't hard for me to move my arms, then I would turn that dang on alarm off. Not just that, I would go read my horoscope or daily Bible reading or something. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, it's one on this phone. But I